All right, let's talk about Saturday afternoon at Delaware Park. We had a big crowd out here, some good races, handled a little shy of 1.5 million. Race 1 would kick off the popular early pick 5. Let's get right to it. The main track was fast, the turf course was soft, rail setting on the turf was 30 feet. Let's take a look here at race 1. Race 1 would kick off the early pick 5. They bet over 30,000 into the early pick 5. We're going a flat mile here in race 1, claiming 7,500, 3 and up, never won 2 lifetime. Big 9-horse field here in race 1. Let's go to the voice of Delaware Park, Josh Brown, with a call of race 1.
Away and running. Great speed today from Duke of Dooley. Beats everyone off the mark. There's the speed of Bear Hunt, the red cap of Mutabir, and Sincerto rides that rail. Brother Lads also mixing it up too, and a wide trip for Superness. The last 3, I Feel Bad for You, Son. Up the inside is Long Astride, and deep on the track is Sydney's Bid. 6.5 furlongs out before they greet the fans, and it's Duke of Dooley who spearheads the field and shows the way by a long neck at best. Superness now creeps into that second place position, and Sincerto rides that rail in a third. Bear Hunt's on the outside in fourth, and there's a gap of 3 back to Mutabir with 5 furlongs left to go. Long Astride has company with I Feel Bad for You, Son. Second to last is Sydney's Bid, and last of all is Brother Lad. They have 4 furlongs to go, and Duke of Dooley has a fight on its hands, and Superness is right there to up the ante now to take over the lead around the far turn. Sincerto was slow to go, but is right there in a menacing mood. Bear Hunt is coming under a heavy drive in fourth and trying to close in his Mutabir in longest stride. And now I Feel Bad for You, Son starts to pick them off one by one. Here's the quarter pole, and Sincerto comes calling for the lead. Superness is trying to re-rally in second, and Longest Stride is captured third as they turn for home. Sincerto goes out to no man's land, and in the red cap, Mutabir is being produced, and behind them, I Feel Bad for You, Son boxes on with Long Astride. A frantic finish inside the final 200 yards. Sincerto battles hard. Long Astride had the jump. Long Astride is going to get it. Long Astride is 24-1 to beat Sincerto, Mutabir, and Bear Hunt.
Big upset in race 1 as the 4-year-old Long Astride wins first off the claim for trainer Jesus Rodriguez. Jockey Jose Mauricio with the winning ride. Long Astride gets his second lifetime win, pays a big $51.80 there in race 1 to kick off the early pick 5. Let's take a look here at race 2. Race 2, we kick off the early pick 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs, 16,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 16,000. Let's check out the action here from race 2.
Ready, away and running. Good speed one from the outside from English Daddy. The red cap of Words of Fortune's right there too. Buzz Adams chimes in, and Boyd's band smartly backs off the speed, and Guayo, the favorites last of all, 4-5 at last glance. So there's 3 of them that race towards the half-mile station, and it's English Daddy who spearheads the field, but Words of Fortune turning up the heat. Buzz Adams is right there, a ground-saving third. Getting closer is Boyd's band in fourth, and Guayo comes under a loose rein, is still last of all, but only 4 lanes would cover the lot. English Daddy plays Catch Me If You Can in the second of the day, and slowly slipping away by 1. Words of Fortune tries the rally in second. Buzz Adams rides that rail, and Guayo is still last of all. They're homeward bound now, and English Daddy is confronted right away, and the inside pressure's coming from Boyd's band and Buzz Adams. Guayo's getting on track inside the furlong grounds. English Daddy's under massive attack, and Buzz Adams comes calling for the lead at 7-1. Boyd's band trying to rally. It's Buzz Adams. Buzz Adams in a close win photo with Boyd's band. English Daddy third, Guayo was fourth.
Buzz Adams pulls off the upset in race 2, goes off 7-1, just needed a few months off, and the freshening paid off. The 3-year-old son of Wagelia wins for the second time out of 5 starts. Bruce Kravitz picks up the win with Buzz Adams. Martin Chuan, the winning rider. $16.80 the win price there on Buzz Adams in race 2. Let's turn the page here. Race 3 would kick off the middle pick 5. We're going a flat mile on the main track, claiming $62.50 for 3 and up. Let's check out the action here from race 3.
Away and running. H.C. Holiday through the head at the start, And Level Up passes that speed. Style Me Royal is trying to squeeze on through, and Rob the Rich taps on the brakes, leaving Bandero 4 paths deep as they go around this Paddock Grove turn. So it's Level Up for them, poised to take that rival on, and Style Me Royal rides that rail to be only a neck down in second. Bandero 3 paths deep for the back of the track run, and HC Holiday popped the latch on top and then soon outpaced, and Rob the Rich is on hold at the back of the pack. So it's a sensible pace as they go down to the 4.5 furlong point, and Level Up does it nice and easy too with 5 furlongs left to go. Style Me Royal right there, a ground saving second and hasn't been asked yet. And now Style Me Royal tries to take the lead from Level Up, but Level Up refuses to yield that lead. Bandero's watching this mile pace battle up top under a heavy drive as HC Holiday and Rob the Rich still last of all. So now the pace starts to pick up, and it's still Level Up with the pace in its hands. Style Me Royal tries to counter in second. A distant third. Here comes HC Holiday on the outside. Bandero and Rob the Rich is at that rail, but to no avail at this stage as this pace battle ensues at the top of the stretch. It is Level Up on the outside and Style Me Royal to the inside. These two are in step with 3/16 to go, and Style Me Royal now slowly slipping away from Level Up. A distant third is HC Holiday, and Rob the Rich didn't have it today. Inside the concluding stages, Style Me Royal at 4-5 is nicely clear. Style Me Royal has won it over Level Up, HC Holiday, and Rob the Rich.
Well, the 4-year-old Style Me Royal knows how to win races. Now 6 wins from 20 starts. He gets his second win this year. 4 wins now at Delaware Park. He wins easy for trainer Mike Simone and owner Robert Decker Jr. Nice winning ride there. Julio Hernandez, he picks up his 18th winning ride of the meet. Julio's your second leading rider. Style Me Royal goes off 4-5 and pays 360 in race 3. Race 4 would kick off the late pick 5. It's a nice maiden special weight for 3-year-olds and upward, going 5 furlongs on a soft turf course with the rail setting at 30 feet. Let's see what happens here in race 4.
Away and running. Good speed today from Elon, but there's the rail speed of Kitten's Ploy, and Magic Bay takes over the lead. Showpiece came away in third, and Elon now passes that rival to take that third place check for the moment. Jester Sang came away in that 5th place spot, and Hard Performers are tracking 6. Stanza has 1 beaten, and Silk Suit is last of all. So over the soft rated sod, there's 3 furlongs to go, and Magic Bay makes play. But now lurking right behind is Elon, who has the run of the race. A distant third is Showpiece in front of Kitten's Ploy and Stanza. They come to the top of the stretch, and it's Elon with the pace in its hands and kicks away with authority too. Magic Bay's trying to re-rally in second. Late on the scene, Kitten's Ploy up the fence, and here comes a late stride from Stanza. They still got to catch Elon at the gap, who leads by 3. Stanza's absolutely flying, but running out of ground and running out of time. Elon has won it. Stanza's second, Jester Sang third, and Showpiece was a well-beaten 4th.
Well, Elon was 10-1 morning line. I made him my price play of the day. He got hammered late, goes off 3-2 and wins easy for trainer Fenica Bentley, who owns half the horse along with Carol Ann Kay. Nice 5-year-old son, a great notion. Elon breaks his maiden in his 15th try. He's made a bunch of money as a maiden. Jose Betancourt with the winning ride. Elon pays $5 to win race 4. Let's take a look at the 5th race to kick off the late pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs in race 5, beaten, claiming 12-5 for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's see what happens here in the 5th.
Away and running. Slow to go was One-Way Farrier and Woke Up in Love. Great rail speed from Cloud Music today. Has already a 1.5 length lead. Dance for Green tracks on the outside in second. And It'll Do come away a hustled third. Awesome Prince is a clear-cut 4th. And there's acres of space back to One-Way Farrier. And nothing from Woke Up in Love. So it's all Cloud Music with speed on display. Passes the half-mile pole with a 1.25 length lead. Dance for Green is right there applying the heat in second. There's a big break in the action back to Awesome Prince, who's all by himself in third. Closing into 4th is One-Way Warrior, and the other 2 are Little Consequence. Here's the quarter pole, and Dance for Green kicks bravely for home at the quarter pole, and Dance for Green kicks away and leads by 1. Cloud Music has no more to give. One Way Farrier is coming with a big kick, and so is Awesome Prince. There's a furlong left to go for Dance for Green, who leads by 2, but is spent. And here comes One Way Farrier, and that one's going to win it. One Way Farrier with all the momentum surges past at 4-1. One Way Farrier has won it. Dance for Green was second. Awesome Prince third. It'll Do finished fourth.
One Way Farrier, the 4-year-old son of Race Day, gets his 6th lifetime win, now over $150,000 in career earnings for One Way Farrier, who wins to give the Bruce Kravitz barn their 2nd win of the day. Nice winning ride there, Yabio Ramos. One Way Farrier pays $10.40 to win. If you hit the early pick 5 today, you had those 2 Bruce Kravitz winners. The early pick 5 paid $5,114. Congratulations if you had that nice big score. Let's take a look here at race 6. Nice big field going a mile 70 on the soft turf course with the rail at 30 feet. Maiden claiming $25,000 for filly and mares 3 and up. Let's see what happens here in race 6.
Away and running. Nice start. Good speed in the center from Girl of Faith, but there's the outside pace pressure of More Acceleration, Sweet Marie. And on the inside, Armored teams up with Risk and Regret. So the dust settles and Armored come away with the lead, but Sweet Marie tracks intently, and Risk and Regret right there in a position to challenge in third as they round this first of 2 left turns. More Acceleration and the jockey with a heads-up move to save a lot of ground in fourth, and Girl of Faith drops away to fifth. Winnie's Dash is in front of 2, which is Padrino's Gold, and not taking to the soft ground at all is Looking at Star. They leave the first turn behind, and 2 of them go at it. Armored, the long shot to the inside, past the 5 in front by a nose, but Sweet Marie applying that heavy pace pressure, and they couldn't go any faster for the distance. Right behind the both of them, Risk and Regret continues to ride that rail, and More Acceleration in the box seat today. Winnie's Dash is a patiently ridden 5th. Head down for Girl of Faith, who tracks in 6th. Nothing yet from Padrino's Gold or Looking at Star. They turn again, and Sweet Marie ready to go past the 3 and shows the way by 2. Armored calls it a day. More Acceleration's emerging from out of the crowd. Risk and Regret right there too, and Winnie's Dash and Carol Says Go from that 4th place position. There's a quarter of a mile to go, and Sweet Marie is trying to see this through. More Acceleration is the only threat and trying to get closer on the far outside. Heads turn for home. Sweet Marie's been this long time front running leader. More Acceleration starting to get closer every single step of the way. Sweet Marie holding on by 1. More Acceleration took a game run but couldn't quite land the winning blow. Sweet Marie is a 5-1 winner over More Acceleration, Risk and Regret, and then came Girl of Faith.
Sweet Marie, the 3-year-old filly by Higher Power, breaks her maiden this afternoon for trainer John Service. Nice ride there, Louis Acasio. Sweet Marie pays $12.40 to win race 6. Race 7 would kick off the late daily double. Jamie Ness has a horse here in race 7. He has a horse in race 8. Let's see what happens. We're going 6 furlongs, $25,000 starter allowance for filly and mares 3 and up. Let's check out the action from race 7.
Away and running. Good start. Speed 1 from the outside from Proud Divi today. Appeal Factor, the gray, is going to apply that heavy pace pressure. And Ade, the long shot, now lands 3rd. Expecting a winner, teams up with Yum Yum, Eat 'em Up. Second to last is Golden Charm. And Graceful Rose is last of all, but they got a hot pace to chase. And Proud Divi sizzles on the front end and shows the way 3/4 of a length. Appeal Factor right there, glued to her flank in second as they round the far turn. Ade is right there outrunning those odds in 3rd. Expecting a winner, tries to close into a hot pace in 4th. Yum Yum Eat 'em Up backed up fast in front of Golden Charm, and Graceful Rose has been last throughout. And here's the quarter pole, and Proud Divi in hand and in command and shows the way by 4. Expecting a winner right now, the only threat in second as they turn to the top of the stretch. Proud Divi cuts and runs and has built up a 5-length lead. Expecting a winner, trying to hold on to second. Yum Yum Eat 'em Up and Golden Charm closes for the balance, but Proud Divi is nicely clear with 100 yards left to go. 3-5, and the public was spot on. Proud Divi has won it. Second went to Golden Charm. Yum Yum Eat 'em Up 3rd, and Expecting a Winner was 4th.
The 4-year-old filly Proud Diva gives Jamie Nesbarn their first win of the day, second win of the day for jockey Martin Shawan. Proud Diva now 3 lifetime wins. She's made over $100,000 in career earnings. She went off 3 to 5 and paid $320 to win race 7. Race 8 would be the finale of the day. We're going 6 furlongs, 5,000 starter allowance here for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's see what happens here in race 8.
Away and running. It was a good start today from Sunset Town. Grazer had a tap on the brakes and is dropped to last. Undelay comes calling for the lead, and he's in charge, is right there a handy third. Gray Streak has one beaten, and Grazer had trouble soon after the start, so that's the 5 of them as they go down to the 4.5 furlong pole, and Undelay is on the way and shows the way by 1 tight length, but Sunset Town hounds the leader in that second place position, and he's in charge, is on hold as they turn around the final bend. Gray Streak's a distant 4th and nothing from Grazer today. Midpoint around the one and only turn. Undelay's trying to hold on, but Sunset Town is ready to pounce on this leader. He's in charge, is 2 lengths adrift as the lawnmower goes on past, and Gray Streak's in 4th at the top of the stretch. Undelay hugs that corner, but here comes Sunset Town, and he's in charge, starting to take sweet strides now, and Gray Streak is closing in. Grazer's trying to get on track. There's about 150 yards left to go, and he's in charge, pads the lead. Grazer's going to move into second, but it's all he's in charge at 1 to 5. Grazer was second, Gray Streak third, and Sunset Town was 4th.
Oh, what a beautiful horse, the 7-year-old. He's in charge is by Candy Rod. He's now won 5 in a row. 13 lifetime wins, now close to $400,000 in career earnings. He's in charge. He's on a roll for trainer Jamie Ness. That would be the 2nd win of the day for the Nesbarn, 3rd win of the day for jockey Martin Shawan. He's in charge, goes off 1 to 5 and pays $2.60. He's won 5 in a row now. He's in charge of 5,000 starter allowance, superstar in this area. So that wraps up Saturday afternoon here at Delaware Park. Let's get a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about my best bet and price play for next Wednesday at Delaware Park. Okay, let's talk about my best bet and price play for next Wednesday, July 2nd here at Delaware Park. My best bet's going to come in race 2. That's a wide open, claiming 62.50 for filly mares 3 and up, going 6 furlongs. I like the 1 Tam Char from the Michael Gorham barn. 7-year-old mare is a 9-time winner. She's made almost $250,000. She's a 2-time winner here at Delaware Park. She won her last start in a beaten 10,000 claimer. She's aggressively spotted to win her 2nd in a row. She's won 2 of her last 3. I think the 1 Tam Char is going to be awfully tough to beat in race 2. The morning line was not out yet at the time of taping this show. Race 3, I'll have my price play of the day. In race 3, that's a mile, 70 yards on the turf course, 16,000 starter allowance. And I like the 2 Whirlwind for trainer Ricky Hendricks, 3-year-old filly by Always Dreaming. She won 2 in a row earlier this year, going long on the turf at Tampa. She steps up to a little tougher spot on Wednesday. She'll get a ground-saving trip with Kevin Gomez. I hear this filly's doing well, so I like the 2 Whirlwind in race 3 as my price play of the day, Wednesday, July 2nd here at Delaware Park. Thanks again to all our horsemen, fans, and bettors for supporting us on Saturday. Have a great night, and we hope to see you right here at Delaware Park on Wednesday, July 2nd. Have a great night.